LChiz98 says, gotta do more altitude, chill commentary flights, just nice weather, views, and vibes. I miss that a lot. Thank you for the suggestion, kind sir. Today we will do exactly that. So I've been living in Arizona for just over a year now. I figured now's a great time to do kind of a life update. What's new? What do I think of Arizona? And just go out, fly around, and have some chill commentary. Let's see, in the house, not a lot has changed. I got a cool plant, got a couple other cool plants back there. Cool plant in the bathroom. Coffee game still crushing it. I just got this sweet new piece of art. I need to hang it on the wall still. And out in the garage, got a little Model S Plaid. Honestly, been really loving the Tesla. It's got a paint protection film wrap, so it's matte gray. Drives itself everywhere. I actually really genuinely love the car. And how could you not? It's just stupid fast. Also in the last year, I picked up this KTM Super Duke 1290. That's been a lot of fun. My friend Sarah's in town, so I have a motor for me and a motor for her. So once we get up in the air, I have a bunch of Arizona life update related topics to talk about. However, before we get in the air, I have some exciting news to share. Tomorrow, I'm getting the next giveaway paramotor delivered to the house, which it's coming in a crate because it's a tandem trike. So this giveaway is gonna be very different. It's gonna be opening up opportunities for different people to get into paramotoring that could only do trike. And it's gonna open up opportunities for current paramotor pilots that want to learn to fly tandems and trikes and diversify their flying skills. So I'm very excited about that. It's gonna be just like all the other giveaways. I'm gonna have new merch at Risky Biscuits Co. Every $5 gets you an entry. Early April is when I am anticipating that to launch. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Be ready for that. One of the next videos, watch out for tandem trike content. All right, so we out here at the Soups, and the current wind conditions are exact opposite of what was predicted. The wind's supposed to be going towards the mountain behind me, and it's actually coming from the mountain behind me. So we'll see. I'm gonna get in the air, we'll feel out what it feels like, but it's pretty calm, so it should be good. We'll make the most of it regardless.
It's you!
Yank me. Yank you? Yeah. I'm yanking. Have fun, don't crash and die. Alright, so what we got here is, due to the wind shift, I will be launching directly at the power lines. Do not try this at home. Woo! Oh, f***ing whacked my goddamn Achilles so hard. I'm in pain right now. Woo! Alright, so just to recap, maybe you guys are a new viewer, you've only tuned in like the last year. Short recap, I was born and raised in New Jersey all my life. 28 years I spent in New Jersey. Did a lot of traveling here and there, did the van life thing, drove my camper around, kind of explored the US. Arizona was always in the back of my mind, Phoenix specifically. But in the past couple years of living in Jersey, I lost a couple really close friends, got kind of sad, things were changing, and then went through a pretty bad breakup that just made me really genuinely depressed. And I kind of saw the everything that was happening as an opportunity to up and leave, change my life, just kind of do something spontaneous and dramatic. And that's when I decided to come out to Phoenix, Arizona. So this video, 1 year and 2 months later, is kind of a check-in to see how it's been going. And no, I'm not crying. It's just the buffeting of the wind from me holding the phone out that irritates my eyes. Normally that doesn't happen. But anyway, 1 year of living here. We'll touch on the dating stuff in a little while and the happiness stuff in a little while. But there's a few things I want to talk about in terms of life here in Arizona. God, this mountain is so majestic. Just look at this view in front of my little legs. That's the first thing I kind of want to talk about, is how has paramotoring been affected by this move? And I think this is something really interesting that I never really considered until I actually moved out here. Back in New Jersey, obviously we had a lot of farm fields, we had some forests, and we had some populated areas. And overall, I would rate the flying terrain in New Jersey as like medium. But the way I would describe flying out here in Arizona is very polarized. Either you have one extreme, which is kind of right now, out here in the mountains, where, boom, I'm next to a 1,000-foot cliff. And to me, that's mind-blowing. That's epitome flying terrain. But also, what comes with that is a lot of danger, and you can only pull off these flights when the winds are perfectly ideal, like tonight. And the other extreme would be if I drove 20 miles out that way and launched in the middle of the desert. And that type of flying you can get away with in very strong wind conditions because there's nothing to disturb the wind. But it's very boring. It's just flat desert. I never really realized that polarization between the two extremes until I've lived out here for a year. It does make me appreciate what New Jersey had to offer. But another reason why I left New Jersey is because those flying sites were getting shut down because so many people were complaining about the noise. And even after I left New Jersey, more sites were shut down, which kind of reinforced my decision to move out here because there's so much more freedom. This right here we call the Super Bowl. Not going to be getting back there tonight. Anyway, the weather out here in Arizona, one of the reasons I left New Jersey was because I hated the cold. And wintertime, I always got seasonal depression. So obviously, Phoenix is kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. Winter here is gorgeous, and the summer is scorching hot. And this summer was my first actual summer in Phoenix. It was pretty brutal. I can't sugarcoat it. You know, I don't mind the heat. I don't mind going outside, and the heat kind of makes me happy. But it's so hot that like you can't touch a surface without burning your hand. Like if you put your arm out of your open car window, you can burn your arm. It's like scorchingly hot. It was kind of the same thing where in the middle of the summer, I couldn't paramotor in the evenings whatsoever because it's just too hot, too thermally, dust devils, and you could go out in the morning, but you kind of have to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. and get out at the crack of dawn to get a flight in. Look at that rock. That's a nice rock. That is a nice rock. Holy smokes. Rocks scare me sometimes, dude. Other personal life things, the gym has been wonderful. I still go pretty much every day. I'm 2 years and 2 months into going to the gym consistently, and that's become like one of my greater passions. I post douchey gym mirror selfies on Instagram every so often, and it gets me a lot of gay attention, not a lot of female attention. But also, I have genuinely heard from a few people that have said, like, the posts I make about going to the gym has inspired them to go to the gym to either lose weight or gain muscle, and that's the whole freaking point. That's why I try to share some gym stuff on social media, because I'm passionate about it and I think it's important, and if I can inspire people, then that's great. But yeah, overall, let's talk about happiness. When I left New Jersey, I was pretty dang depressed, and I will say I'm dabble in the depression still, but I feel like I've come a long way as a person, and I was reflecting on this recently, just kind of learning from the past, especially in the relationship, what that brought out, and in losing friends, just life in general. I feel like, you know, they say men don't develop their brain until they're like 26 or 27 or whatever, and I feel like maybe it's some of that, maybe it's some of just the experiences I've had, but I feel like I look back at the person I was, especially 3 years ago and even 1 year ago, and I feel like I've come a long way. I have better goals, I have better discipline, I know what I want, and I just feel a lot better in general. I won't say I'm like happy. It's hard to say I'm happy. Maybe a little bit more numb to certain things that used to make me sad is how I would put it. Yeah, I think that's a good way to phrase it. The things that used to really bring me down don't bring me down so much anymore. And that's progress. And I've still got a long way to go. And can you imagine if my motor just died and I went into these cacti? So final concluding thoughts. My friend who was my real estate agent hit me up on the anniversary of like my closing date. And he asked me, he was like, so is moving to Arizona like the best decision of your life? And that got me thinking, and I was like, you know what? I do love it out here, but I can't genuinely say this was the best decision of my life. I love it. I'm glad I made the change. I cannot imagine still being in New Jersey right now. I'm very grateful that I was able to make this change. But I don't feel so passionately about it that I can say it was the best decision of my life. I somewhat feel kind of indifferent, and I kind of feel like at this point in my life, I'm still happy to go wherever the wind blows me. If I end up in Alaska or Florida or somewhere in a couple of years, I don't know. I'll be content with it.
Is it working?
Yep. Oh, it works. Come close. I want to make sure the autofocus. Oh yeah, even the autofocus works. So very exciting news. The package has been delivered. In that box is going to be our next giveaway trike, the tandem trike, as I mentioned. I've got a lot of work to do in the next few weeks, unboxing this thing, assembling it, testing it, filming, and bringing all the review and content to you guys. So that's gonna be a little while. I plan on making some other unrelated content first, so watch out for that. But early April is when I'm planning on launching the giveaway with the new merch and the tandem trike. So get excited for that. I'm excited. Until the next episode, I hope you guys enjoyed this little Arizona life update. Till the next one, have fun, fly safe, peace.